this is the thing about it.
Yeah.
It's not good nude. I mean, this guy is a zombie.
Yeah.
And, it's not like sexy nude or something like that. It's this terrible monster who's like, I'm coming for you. And you're like, oh, God.
Warning. This podcast may cause uncontrollable laughter, side-eye stares, and questionable life choices. You're listening to The Big Party Show with Big Party and Molly.
All right, welcome to Wednesday. That sure did come quick. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
I have a new segment. Today I'm adding, and you don't know about it.
No.
It's a surprise. It's not going to be all the time, just when I feel like it, just kind of like what I like to do. It's going to be called Cringe But Committed, okay? Cringe But Committed. So.
I thought that was just our show.
It is. So that's why we tailored it that much more.
Really dialing in the cringe. You're like,
yes.
Now we're going to make it a segment. People are like, I thought that was like the entire premise of your podcast.
The fun factor we do on Friday, I mean, there is a lot of cringe in there as well. So I figured, why don't I just make a segment that's not on Friday? Because I know you love that fun factory, and so do I, and so does everybody else. So I figured, why don't I just add another little segment to the week? So just to say, hey, this is what you're going to get on Friday. This is a little test taste or taste test. Which one is it? Test taste? Taste or taste test?
Taste test.
It's a taste test. Taste test, test taste. I always say test taste.
No,
Isn't
it's
that
a
weird?
taste test. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. I am.
Okay. I want proof. All right,
I don't know how I can provide it. At this
you want
moment.
to test taste some good stuff, some good food. I want to thank Amsterdam Falafel and Kabob for sponsoring this show. You guys rock. There's another shirt. Have you double wore a shirt yet that says she's wearing an Amsterdam Falafel and Kebab shirt? Okay.
This is
you
my
have
husband's.
that many?
I have that many. This is
Okay.
my husband's.
That's your husband's. Okay. All right, cool. Looks very nice on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Peter was that small. Wow.
No, it's big.
That was a
I just have
compliment,
it tucked
Molly.
in.
That was a compliment.
Yeah. I'm not going to allow that happening. I'm not going to allow you to compliment him like that.
All right, go there, Amsterdam Falafel and Kebab. Get some doner kebabs. They have, what's that, meat and potatoes? I want to go grab some of those later today with kebab meat and the potatoes. And they also have curry fries. You just go there and be excited about it because it is like, this is the Dundee location.
Yes.
It does remind me of growing up in Europe and where we would go after the bars is these places we just call them hole in the walls. Basically, it's a hole in the wall. You go in, you just pop your head in there, and then you say, I want this. So that's kind of how it feels. It's got that European feel. The food is fantastic.
Yeah, they make everything fresh every day. So the salad, the hummus, like all of that stuff. And then if you want to order ahead, you can call them. And that's the other thing is that you can order online, eatafkdundee.com, and you can go ahead and just like order online and just swing by and pick it up. Because it's like we got Concert in the Park coming up this Friday.
Yeah.
So
is that
that's
this
like
Friday?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Ringo
Already?
Starr.
God, Ringo Starr's going to be here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My sister's like, we're going to walk down. I was like, you know what? Call me when it's like The Cure. Like when you finally get like a band, like Ringo Starr, nothing against Ringo Starr, but that's not the person that's going to get me to sit in heat. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's Mayor Stothard, ex-mayor that decided that act, right? It just seems like through the years, it would have been
subtle.
Or no, it would have been that long ago that he decided Ringo Starr. No, it was subtle. It was Stothard.
It's Stothard. Yeah, I always get the S's confused.
Okay, because I've noticed the audience, not the audience, but the music choices are older and older.
That's their
Does that make sense?
Audience. Yes. I mean,
the
one I was excited about.
It's old people in the park, then, is what it is.
Kind of. I mean, the one that I was excited about a couple years ago was REO Speedwagon. My mom's
that would be fun.
Are you kidding me? I was like, this is so fun. And she's like, I didn't realize how many songs they have. And there's certain bands that you go to and you're like, wow, I forgot you guys had like all these hits,
Yeah.
So that's happening. So anyway, if you want to swing by Amsterdam Falafel and Kebab, pick yourself up a little Concert in the Park picnic. That's something you can do as well. I mean, it's so stinking
We're
good.
big picnic. We're big picnic people here on the show.
I like picnics.
I have never had a picnic. I think maybe
Really?
once. I can't say I'd never, but I'm sure I have. But let's
I
not
miss
talk
the
about
kids
that.
being little.
I don't want Wileen to go, hey, you want to go on a picnic now?
God forbid you do something romantic.
Oh, I'm 100% romantic 100% of the time, every time.
Every day.
I'm
every
romance.
day.
Oh, I hug her, give her a kiss, and get a slap on the butt every day. Yeehaw.
I miss the kids being little. We used to do picnics in the park all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like really cute. Yeah. My son couldn't really pronounce like W's. And so he would be when he was little, he'd be like, let's go have a picnic under the leaping willow.
Well, that's
instead
awesome.
of the weeping willow.
The leaping willow.
I'm like, oh, look at buddy. There's a leaping willow. He's like, please stop reminding me.
Yeah, please. All right, so yeah, that's this weekend. All right, so you made it out. We talked about the other day that 28 weeks or years later, right?
Yes,
did you make it finally?
I did.
Give me the Give me the biz on that. What is the deal? Is it good?
It's very much like the first one. 28 days later, it moves slow. I mean, there are moments of drama, but it's mostly like a kind of like story building. So it's a little bit of a sleeper. The narrative is kind of, and they're so building it up for this sequel, the 28 years later Bone Temple or whatever it is. I mean,
wait, there's another sequel to this one?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so this isn't the end. Okay. All right,
no,
cool.
so there's like going to be a spin-off. And you can tell, like at the end of this movie, they set up the spinoff, and you're like, okay, here it is.
Okay.
But the cast is amazing. I mean, it's so, and the cinematography is great. It's a little like, I don't think you're gonna like it. Like, I think you're gonna think it's boring.
Why? Because it's long and stuff, or I don't mind long movies. It's just not any action quick enough.
There's just not a lot. Like, it's not a lot of action. It's just sort of like a lot of like, building.
Did you like it then? I mean, you say I don't like it.
Not especially. Like, I didn't. It was fun. Like, I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad I went, but it wasn't my favorite. I mean, it like I liked the music. The music was really good. I found this like new band because of it. Danny Boyle's the director. He always does a good job with music. He's good with soundtracks.
Well, so, I have a dumb question for you then. If you were a zombie, what body part do you think would taste best on your on the person that you're going to eat? What would you go for? I mean, you're a zombie. You're not thinking about it. Would you? I mean, would you go for the neck? Would you grab an ear?
Probably like a thigh.
Okay. Ooh, a thigh. That just made me cringe. I can feel you gnawing on my thigh. Yeah. That's just okay. I'm just curious. It's meaty.
They have these things in this movie. So they've, it's been 28 years. So they've evolved. So they've got these alphas. There's so much gross nudity.
Is there really? Okay.
Oh my God. Because all these zombies, I mean, like all the rage virus people are naked. So there's like all sorts of boobs and
like
schlongs.
Zombie boobs? Like zombie boobs?
Like zombie
gross.
boobs. But there's this thing called the alpha where they're like they've evolved and they're like a bigger
so it's like
rage.
the Will Smith one movie where that
kind
one
of,
was the
like
alpha.
Smart. But this guy is naked and he has like
Is he packing?
He has like an arm.
He has a baby arm? Come on, zombie. Don't do zombies like that.
No. And he's like, like you're like, oh my God. And it's on a big screen. Like it's a lot.
Wait, are you saying that just to be, I don't even know what to say. Are you saying he's packing a load down below and they're showing zombie wieners? That's
right,
weird.
Huge.
Okay.
And he's running, so it's like flopping.
So it's flopping around.
I'm like, you're gonna have bruises on your thigh.
Well, no wonder he's the alpha.
Oh my God, seriously, like you're like,
come on.
Okay. I'm like, are we just gonna not say anything about the fact that this guy is packing such heat? Like
I can't take Wileen now.
No.
I can't take Wileen now. Because we don't watch stuff like that. For some reason, we don't like watching nudity or lovemaking scenes. We just don't. I don't know if the room gets quiet. That we just don't do that.
This is the thing about it.
Yeah.
It's not good nude. I mean, this guy is a zombie.
Yeah.
It's not like sexy nude or something like that. It's this terrible monster who's like, I'm coming for you. And you're like, oh God. Cover that up.
Maybe that's how he distracts his victims. They do like you just did. You raise your hand. Oh God, don't show me that. Don't show me that.
It's like, I'm coming for you. Like, yeah, you are. God,
could you
geez.
imagine being a victim of that? I mean, you're getting taken, and you know what's happening, and you realize that he has a giant dong just. I mean, come on.
This is the thing.
Why?
So this is like a real actor, right? So like he's credited afterwards. And then, I went on IMDb afterwards because there were a couple characters where I was like, who is that actor? And then they have like in the list, it says like Alpha. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a real guy.
Did you look him up?
No, I mean, I was terrified. Like I was like, that has to be a prosthetic. Like,
well, why would you? Well, the thing is this, Molly, I don't know. All right. So if I was going to write a script, I don't know if I would write in zombie has to have giant dong. So I'm wondering why would you do that unless the guy just already has one? Because maybe he's the only guy. A lot of guys don't going to be running around with their wiener dangling.
That is real.
You're in love?
No, I'm terrified.
You're terrified. That's a whole new porn, man.
That was like off-putting.
Yeah.
Like if you were in a situation and somebody's like, ta-da, you'd be like, ta-don't.
To-don't.
No.
Please don't. All right. So that's the alpha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
yeah.
right.
So there are these different, so they have, they're like these, they call them slow lows, and they're just like these big fat globby things, and they crawl along the ground and they eat worms and stuff like that. And they and then there are like the fast ones that have always been fast. And then there are every once in a while an alpha. And it takes a lot to bring an alpha down. Like you could shoot one arrow and kill an infected, but it takes like 12 arrows to kill an alpha. They're really, really like very strong. And
now there's several alphas then, right?
Yeah, there's one called Samson.
So are they all packing, or is it just that one particular one you were talking about?
Well, this one was the only one that you get like a moment with. Like, like the other ones are like up on the hill and you'll see this big looming deal. And you're like, okay, so there's this guy, his name is Samson. They gave him a name and he
gave him this name, Samson.
Yes.
Samson, that's the name of like someone who would take down, a gladiator or a giant. So
exactly. So that's why they named him that. I mean, he's huge. He's gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there's a whole lot of him on a lot of levels.
Funny.
Yeah, no, it was terrifying. It was.
All right. So I'm gonna have to see it. 28 years later, alone. God.
You're like, Wileen, that's a prosthetic. Nobody has something like that.
She'll be like, I know this.
It's like,
how do you know it? I want proof.
You're like, I know that's not my reality.
No, well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be running down the street naked and doing thigh brews at the knee. I'm being honest. No, that's my reality.
Terrifying. I worry.
About what?
That he's alone. That he's alone. I mean, who looks? I mean, it is very intimidating.
Okay. Well, generally they are. When they're that big. I know. I don't even know what I'm.
You're like, I'm intimidated. So.
That meme where Homer Simpson backs into the bushes. That's me right now.
You're like, I don't want to have this conversation.
I want to be that guy. So, all right.
I love that the majority of my movie review has been about that one thing and that one character.
Well, maybe that's what more movies need to have, is things like that. A little product placement of some sort, so more people do talk about it, like we'd have for the last 10 minutes. So, you know what I mean? I don't know, but
I don't know.
All right, so we have a A-list alert. Do we have a Diddy? Because I have a new Diddy intro. So can you hit that, Pat, for me? But it's D1 Diddy intro. Then you can roll into your Diddy.
What?
You ever seen a super soaker filled with baby oil?
Is that what you use AI for?
No.
You're burning a hole in the ozone.
Good. We got to use it for something fun. But yeah, there you go. There's the intro. So what's the latest? I know they're rapping, or they rap?
Yeah,
What's the
so
deal?
prosecution's wrapping up on Tuesday, and then the defense gets rolling Wednesday. The big thing right now is that they're trying to, the defense is trying to discredit Cassie and saying,
And that's
like,
the
they're bringing up.
ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one
Okay.
that brought the charges initially. And so they're trying to share text messages where she was like on board for stuff. And, and I guess at one point he sent her, like, he wanted to go to couples therapy, and she said
All right.
no. And I'm like, well, I can understand why you don't want to go to couples therapy with some predator. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, let's work on our relationship. It's like nothing that we need to work on can we talk about in front of a counselor.
I was just going to say that. How does
You know
that
what I
come
mean?
about?
Like, you're like,
she starts
I
talking
really wish
about
you would
the
do
oil.
the dishes. I really wish that you would stop making me F male escorts. Like, let's tit for tat. He's like,
Wow.
I just wish that you were a little more responsive. And she's
Wow.
like, well, it's difficult when I'm lubed up with baby oil.
Yeah, completely.
So the other big story this week is Jeff Bezos
Yes.
finally getting married to Lauren Sanchez. They're having an extravaganza in Venice, Italy, like 200 guests. The estimate is that they're spending about $50,000 per guest.
Okay. I know the thing is a few days long.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of parties. They've got
before.
a pajama party. They've got a Great Gatsby party.
Would you see the first party that he did?
Yeah, the foam party.
Is it a foam party? What is a bunch of old people doing foam parties for? It's like, come on.
Dude, you're rich. Who cares? You're like,
Doing
foam, whatever.
Foam party. So yeah, he's practically rented out the whole place. I saw they
Yeah.
just moved to a couple more places that that are bigger, have more privacy, and harder for other people to get into. Yeah, what a nutty deal.
Well, the whole
we're just-
thing is, I can understand security. You're going to have some of the wealthiest and most famous people in the world all in one location.
This, how much do you know what this wedding's going to cost him? Is it like in
Well, that's what they were saying. It's like
billions? Is it 500 million?
$50,000 per guest. They're talking about like at least $100 million.
$100 million.
Yeah. It's not going to be they're not going cheap. The big thing is, another little tidbit is Orlando Bloom is coming solo. There's rumblings that he and Katy Perry have split, that there's trouble in paradise, that he's coming
I don't
by
want
himself.
that. Okay. But they have
He's
kids.
They've
kids,
got one
right?
daughter, Daisy. Remember,
Oh, that's
she
right.
took the
Yeah.
Daisy.
I
up
learned
in
all
space.
about her on that flight up to space. Well, that sucks. Maybe you finally saw her dancing and was like, ick.
He went and saw her concert. He's like, I can't unsee that. I can't not.
Well, that's not a fun one. Okay.
So this is the wedding's happening. I just wanted to remind everybody that when he proposed, it was a 30-carat engagement ring. Oh
Okay.
my God, I think it has to come with its own like child to help carry your hand. Seriously, that's like an ice skating rink.
Wow. That's kind of a bombshell.
You
She's
always
had an
rub
awful
your like.
year.
It's so funny. Do you like the way that feels? You're always
yeah.
rubbing your like little soul patch or whatever. What do you call that thing?
I don't know. Whiskers?
Yeah, but
A
like,
chin-
what
chin
is it?
thing? Just a
Is
chin
it a
goatee
chin
thing?
strap?
Oh, I don't have anything on the side. Just a goatee right here. Sorry. If you're not watching, you're listening, going, I want to go home. Go back to the big dong. They're talking about chin straps now. All right, so best news of the day.
Yes.
I hear the Olympics, they're adding a couple new categories in 2028. It's called fancy diving. Can you hit V3 for me, Pat? This is amazing.
I would watch
Yes, this is cat diving.
for forever.
These cats are
This
diving.
one's a backflip.
Wow.
Look at that splash. Look at everybody going crazy for him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You gotta
Those
check this
cats,
out on
those
her
things
at
are
one
freaking me out.
YouTube. Look at that. 10. That's a 10.
Oh, look, it's a Maine
God.
Coon.
No,
Murray.
Murray.
Oh, Murray.
I think he approves 100%.
I think he would be terrified. My husband sent me that,
Yeah.
and I was like, he's like, hey, thinking of you.
I laughed. I laughed so hard. Well, then I found out that the next event's coming out, V4, and again 2028 Olympics. Look at this. Those
Dogs. This is more
Listen
realistic
to you,
because,
dog.
well,
Because they
dogs
jump
like
higher.
water. Cats don't.
Oh my God. Oh. This one's awesome. Look at this. Whoop, 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 whoop. Dive 10. I need to get a life.
Get a life, would you?
Life, would you? Yeah, they're not really adding those, but if you want to watch those, just go to the Heard That One YouTube channel. All right, here we go. Season 4 of The Bear is out.
No.
It is out on Hulu. Yeah.
It is?
It is out. Yes, it is. That kind of snuck up.
That did sneak up.
Yeah, it's out Tuesday.
Season 3 was heavy.
Yeah.
That was like, you were like watching this, and you're like, oh my God. I just want to see people yelling in a kitchen. I didn't realize I had to go on this emotional journey with everyone.
I'm with you. I know. I hate it when shows do that. But yeah, that's out. And then there's another show that's on Netflix that we'll talk more about it on Friday. But I think it comes out today, actually, and it's called Poop Cruise.
What?
Yeah. It's called Poop Cruise, and it's traumatizing everybody. And basically what happened was a cruise ship got stranded out. It was a big one. And then everything stopped working. So they couldn't flush.
Is this a documentary?
Yes, it's like a documentary that really happened. Believe me, I'm watching the thing going,
I was going to say,
I would
you're
never
gonna
go
watch
on
this?
a cruise. I will never go on a cruise. I keep saying that to Wyland because we've been thinking about it, because we've never done it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're pretty much the only one that I know that have talked about it going on. Everyone else seems to like it, whatever. But it seems like with the videos and everything that I see on these cruises, like there's a billion people at the pool. It's shoulder to shoulder and everyone's just packed in like sardines everywhere. Is that the way it is?
No. I mean, I think it depends on the cruise you go on. I think if you go on one of those ones where it's literally a floating city, I mean, they keep making them bigger and bigger and they're like, this can hold 150 million people. You're like, yeah, then it's going to be. But the cruise that we went on, it wasn't like shoulder to shoulder people.
Okay.
I mean, but it all depends also. Like, I think you and Wileen would really like it. I
You
really
think?
do. Yeah, because it's basically a resort, a floating resort. So everything's there, everything's included, all that kind of stuff. And then you go to sleep each night and they chug along in the ocean. And then you wake up the next day and you're in a new location and you get to go out and adventure for a day and then come back to the boat and have dinner. And then they set sail again. I mean, so every day is like a new adventure and you're in a new spot.
Okay. Yeah. So this is it's called Trainwreck Poop Cruise. So this happened back in 2013. No, I mean, I think everybody should watch these things just in case you get stuck in a situation and you know how to handle it.
How would you handle it? There's nothing you could do different.
They had to poop in red, like these red toxic bags.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. So that helicopter's dropping off stuff, because there's that many people. And then the water started overflowing. And now they show a video of the ankle deep.
I don't need to watch this. Like I don't need to watch it. Like I'm sure that was traumatizing, but I don't need that.
Just watch a movie about zombies and giant dongs. I mean,
right. And that was already okay. That required a full mental reset. I had to go home to my children after seeing that. I was like, I got Burger King and mom needs just to process what she just How was the movie, Mom? I don't want to talk about it.
Did they watch those? Terrible. Did they want to go? I mean, they didn't watch those yet? Do they?
No, my son watched 28 Weeks Later with me. He doesn't like gore though.
Okay.
I keep trying to push him. I'm like, don't you want to watch the Aliens movie with me? And he will not watch it. Like he's like, no. And I keep trying to tell him, I'm like, you'll love all the ships because he loves like ships, spaceships, all that kind of stuff, boats, all that. He's always loved them. And so I keep telling him, I'm like, there's some really cool spaceships and they're Marines in space because he likes the military.
Yeah.
And I keep trying to sell it on his stuff. And he's like, yeah. And then there's aliens that lay eggs in your body and come breaking out through your chest. No, Mom. Full stop. No. I'm like, yeah.
Nice try. Nice try.
I almost had you.
All right. So my good news of the day turned into a poop story. So what do you got? Anything fun?
Well, this is the new report is Microsoft has come up with a name. It's called the Infinite Day. And apparently it's this new trend that has happened since COVID. So new report, 16% spike in meetings after 8 o'clock. That there's no such thing. Yeah, that there's like no such thing as a 9 to 5 job. Like everybody is sucked in no matter what. Like you can't put down your phone and walk away. People are calling you, people are texting you, people are emailing you. They say 50 messages sent after work hours per average employee. 50. Like you're done for the day. Yeah, like you're done.
I don't know if that's fair. I mean, is it? I guess it depends on your job, right? Because
I see it with my
husband. I wouldn't
husband.
be happy. I mean, so did they send you emails like that? See,
My
Wileen,
husband? Absolutely.
Wileen one does never bring home. She never brings work home ever.
That's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, she leaves it there, but she does get messages. But I guess I don't ever see her checking messages because I'll see messages, you know, popping, lighting up on her phone in the middle of the night. Her phone lights up. Maybe those are the messages from some dude.
You up?
You up?
I'm your alpha.
See home. Hey, check her phone.
Yeah,
Hey.
seriously. No, so they were saying that
Okay.
flexibility means that people's days are endless.
Okay, yeah.
So like you know, you have this thing like, oh, I work from home and everything. And they're like, no, this is like, it's almost like it's a trap.
Okay.
Like you get to the point where the pandemic blurred these boundaries of like, I go to work. And then when the workday's done, I go home. And now because we all have kind of morphed into this, your office is your house, is your wherever you are, you know, that work remotely. Like, oh, I could be on vacation. Like I could be at the beach. Well, the problem with that is that employers are now like, excellent. And they're hitting you. But I thought what was crazy to me is when they said that on average, 50 messages sent after work hours per employee. It made me think of my husband. He really does have a job where stuff just happens.
Yeah.
You know, like we've been having dinner before and something blows up at work and he has to set aside and he's got to go take the call. Or
I think COVID started all this, right? COVID had to have started it for the most part, and it just hasn't
for a lot of
amped down
people
yet.
But I just love that Microsoft has coined this term infinite workday. That's what they're calling it. That it's just like, it's like whatever. But I just wanted to throw that out there because I'm curious, like if people really do feel, I mean, our jobs are different because it is all the time, but it's also not all the time. You know what I mean? Like we're always kind of reading the news or coming up with, you know, like talking to one another, touching base, but it's not like this high pressure situation.
Thank God. Wileen thinks I could make it in the, I wouldn't like it in the real world, work world.
You would hate it.
I would hate it. And she knows it. I mean, come on. I've been doing broadcasting or whatever for years upon years. So
She's
it's
like,
a little
"You'll
different.
never-"
Like, I love what we're doing now.
Yes.
Because if I hated it in radio towards the end, just the whole corporate aspect of it, this, what we're doing now, the podcast, we don't have to deal with that. So
No.
yeah, I would hate it if, I would just hate, she's right.
Well, I mean, I just can't imagine you being like,
She's
got to
right.
get that TPS report out. I'd be like, oh my God, you'd be the guy that never left the break room.
I
You'd
would
be in
be
there
the
the whole
guy.
time.
I would be VP in years. I'd be the top of the ladder, climbing on up. If you're allowed to sleep your way to the top still.
HR would have you flagged within 48 hours of you starting
Believe
the
me,
job.
I'm married to an HR.
You're sending memes. They're like, sir,
Stop with
this
the
isn't
memes.
radio. You can't send these. You're like, I always sent these memes to Molly. She didn't say anything. You're like, yeah, well,
She loved them.
Uh-huh.
All right. So every Friday we do Fun Factory. By the way, people, take back what you're doing. Don't feel like you're going to get fired because you're answering and you're working, because I'll be honest with you, not very often if you're working till 8 and 10 o'clock like that, and later, is that going to matter on a level of promotion and stuff like that? There is a point where I think sometimes you get taken advantage of.
Yeah, I think. I think
I
that
do it all the
people try
time.
Yeah, you do.
Constantly taking advantage of Molly. Anyway, Friday. Hey, Friday's coming up in a couple of days. We do a Fun Factory, all right? And so if you haven't checked it out, you can check it out on Heard at One YouTube channel, all right? We're right there amongst all the other podcasters as well. It's a great lineup, Heard at One is. But this is a new segment I'm adding right here. This is called Cringe, but Committed. Okay, Pat, if you can hit V2 tartar for me, please. Cringe, but committed.
36-year-old Misty drowns everything she eats in tartar sauce. Every meal, every day.
That's good. Nothing is off limits. No. I will eat it with anything and everything.
Big rig driving Misty goes through a bottle of tartar sauce daily.
It arouses me. It's pure ecstasy.
How do you find this stuff?
In just tartar sauce alone, Misty consumes a mind-boggling 14,000 calories a week.
Pops on your tongue and the excitement, I love it. It just gives food a whole new life.
People gotta watch this.
She consumes an astounding 40 gallons of tartar sauce.
Eating tartar sauce is almost like having an orgasm.
How is that possible?
Good Lord. And that was cringe, but committed.
Oh, she was committed. She needs to be committed. That's a lot of tartar sauce. That's disgusting. That
She was eating a Hostess cupcake.
Yeah,
a Hostess cupcake. And everything else. At
one point she was eating a dish. It looked like ice cream, but it had tartar sauce. Like, oh my God, no.
Absolutely disgusting.
No,
let's get out of here. Live show. Don't forget, people, if you want to be a part of it, you got to go to it. That's pretty much it. We're doing a live podcast at the Heard at Sports Bar and Grill in La Vista. It's Saturday night.
Tartar sauce included.
Tartar sauce included. Lots of tartar sauce.
So much tartar sauce, you guys.
July 12th. Store doors open up at 6:30. You can get your tickets through Eventbrite, but you can also just hit us up on BPS Crasher at Gmail. We can send you the link there. You can hit us up on our socials, Big Party Show on Facebook and Instagram as well. And Molly, several ways of getting it. And also they'll be at the door. I wouldn't suggest waiting for the door. You can try it, but if it sells out, it sells out. That's all I want to say. So, that's all you got to do. It's fun. And basically we're just going to be this podcast right here. We're going to be doing it live right in front of you guys.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm really excited about it. And what else is going to be live is us together. Friday will be us live on together in one room. So I get to actually hit you if one of these Friday Freak Factories is still
Yeah.
Could be real slapping happening. Yeah. So keep that in mind as you get your Fun Factory together.
Yep, that's it. All right. We'll see you guys on Friday. Have a good couple of days and do yourself good.